Hello everyone, my name is Vince. Welcome to Yin Yoga. For this class, you'll need props like your bolsters and blocks. Please come into a comfortable seated position, but not a lazy position. You want to elongate the spine. You want the crown of your head reaching towards the sky. You want your body to feel that expansion in space. Feel your sit bones rooting you firmly into your mat. Feel the parts of your body that are heavy, connected to the earth. Your breath is very powerful. It's a good indicator of your state of being. How tense or relaxed, how stressed or calm you are. Nothing that you need to control, just try to be aware and notice. There is body awareness. There is breath awareness, mind awareness, emotional awareness. And as we turn inwards and try to find stillness and silence, we try to practice mindful awareness of these facets of our life. You may wish to set an intention for your practice, and then we'll slowly come into our first Yin Yoga pose called your shoelace pose. So you'll place the left leg under the right and then gently help the right leg, place that right leg over the left. You can lean forward to try to create space for your buttocks. So the right ankle is on the outside of the left thigh and the left ankle is on the outside of the right thigh. Try to have a prop ready. It can be blocks, it can be bolsters. Place those blocks either in front of the knees or on top of the knees. And then you'll gently allow your spine to round. You'll fold forward. You can rest your arms beside you, your palms facing up. And just notice where you feel the release of tension. There's a decompression that is happening in your lower back. That very good stress that is giving space to each vertebrae of your spine. As we fold forward, we are strengthening our spine and applying very good stress on the tissues throughout the backside of our body. Notice as well the stress on the hips. Catch yourself if you're exerting any effort
If you're engaging your muscles, if you're pulling yourself lower or deeper, just try to release, try to relax. Intent is not really to pull ourselves lower, to come into this deeper. The intent is just to feel the stress and come into a tolerable edge wherein we are feeling a release in the intended target areas on our back as well as on our hips. We want to relax, we want to soften, we want to quiet our muscles. Yin Yoga is a slow practice. We apply long static holds to improve the health of our yin tissues. Just be yourself and accept yourself at this present moment. No pretensions. There's nothing that you need to do. Just be here with yourself in this moment in your life. Feel the release on the glutes, the outer hips. Feel the space that you have created along the spine. We are lengthening the fiber of our tissues, which tend to shorten and tighten. Take an inhale. We'll slowly walk the hands closer to us. So we prop ourselves up and then place the hands behind us so that we can release, rest, and allow our body to rebound. Keep the legs as they are. Just relax your feet, relax your legs. Slowly we'll lean on our left thigh so that we can straighten our left leg. We'll come into our half shoelace pose so that we can give a nice stress on the back of your left leg. So try to grab your props. You can place your props on top of your right knee. You can bend your knee, your left knee if needed. You don't need to straighten that left leg. You don't need to really flex or engage the left foot. Just try to relax. And then we fold forward and down. Again, allowing our spine to round. Just feeling the release. This is like a static stretch for the whole backside of our body. That goes very deep, especially if you relax the muscles. Otherwise, the muscles will absorb all the efforts of this shape. You want the muscles to relax so that we can allow our joints to be the beneficiary of the time, of the effort, of the shape that our body is into. Just notice your breath. Just relax. What comes into mind? What activities are top of mind for you when you're asked, how do you relax? Usually the answer would be very human activities, cooking, gardening, these shapes that we get into, these asanas, all other limbs of yoga. Breath work helps, meditation, doing nothing, resting, relaxing. In this case, this practice called Yin Yoga, which is also a form of rest. Rest does not mean doing nothing, does not mean being lazy. Rest means engaging ourselves in activities that require less effort so that we can come out of it more inspired, more refreshed, feeling well rested and energized. Please take an inhale. Slowly, can you walk the hands closer to you? If you have a prop under the leg, you can remove it. Can you place the right foot on the inner left thigh? And then can you place your left hand on top of the right knee and the right hand behind you, gaze towards the right shoulder. Come into this gentle twist. Try to relax your feet. Just try to relax your legs. Try to soften the groin. Try to relax the tissues of the belly and the chest. But it will be good if you can elongate the spine, not round the spine here. Continue to notice your breath. Feel the flow of energy. Just give yourself this permission to stay here and do nothing. Sometimes we feel guilty taking time, giving ourselves time. But whenever we consider something important in our lives, we find the time. Can you slowly lift your right arm up? And can you try to see if you can point that right hand towards the left toes? Notice the opposite
direction of where your hands are pointing, the left hand to the right and the right hand to the left. Try to relax your face and relax your neck. If it's too much for the right shoulder, you can place your right hand behind the right ear. But for those who are ready in their body to try to go deeper with the right finger reaching for the left toes, you may do so and feel how this really gives you a nice release on the whole right side of your body. Try to connect with the present moment. Try to feel the wonderful aspects of the present moment that are available to us, using our senses and using our awareness. And maybe we can find that happiness and contentment in the now. We don't need to fast forward into the future or go back into the past. We can find that joy in the present moment. Feeling that positive energy, feeling the whole gift of our body, of our being, of our life. Slowly take a breath. Can you lift your right arm up? Place that right hand beside you. And then can you gently straighten and extend your legs? Can you grab a block or a bolster? If you grabbed a bolster, just place that bolster behind you lengthwise. If you grabbed a block or two, if you have, can you form a letter T with those blocks? And the lowest part of the block will be touching your bra strap, or for the guys, below the nipple area. Use that block to support the shoulder blades, and then the other block to support your head. Bring the arms out to the sides, and then we just rest here in our supported fish pose. Just notice your breath. Notice your body. Cherish the sensation on the spine of being able to move it in different directions. Now strengthening our upper back through this back bend, creating space in the front of our upper body. Just feel your bones heavy. Feel your tissue soft. Feel the support of the block or bolster under your back, and feel the force of gravity pulling you. Observe the mind and notice your heart. You don't need to try too hard in this exercise of mindful awareness. Anything new that you notice that you haven't noticed before is already such a breakthrough, such a important milestone. Maybe noticing where you're holding unnecessary gripping, noticing where you're tensing parts of the body that you're engaging or that are hard, that can just really, at this moment, relax. Many times we hold a lot of these tensions unnecessarily. Once you're able to catch yourself, notice areas in the body wherein you can introduce softness more, relaxation more, then you have progressed in being body aware. Notice also the mind. When you catch the mind that it is not in the present moment, then you are already in the present moment. When you catch yourself dwelling on emotions that are not really a result of what you're doing in the present moment, then you're able to catch yourself and be more emotionally aware. We'll slowly come out of this pose. Can you gently bend your knees, step the feet on the mat, and then we'll carefully fall over to the right side. We'll remove the props from behind us, and then we'll lie down on our back. Please bend your knees, keep your knees bent and knock the knees together. Imagine your legs like a letter X. Feet wide apart, resting the spine, resting here in awareness. Can you please bring your knees closer to the chest and hug the knees to the chest? Come into this lying down child's pose. Allow your spine to round. You can either just rest your head on the mat, or you can bring your forehead closer to the knees and imagine you're a round hollow ball. Can you bring your right arm up? And then gently allow the knees to come down on the right side. Come into a fetal position. When you're ready, can you use your left hand to push your body to come up? Can you bring your right leg under the left leg? And then can you try to help the left leg and place that left knee over the right? So both knees are bent. Right ankle is in the outer left hip. Left ankle is on the outer right hip. We're going to fold forward. Have your props ready. It can be a block placed in front of your knee or on top of the knee. You're going to allow your spine to round as you fold forward. You can stack as many props as you need. And just rest your arms beside you. Feel the stress on the outer hip. Feel the release in your lower back. Just allow your brain to rest. Can you feel the softness in your body? Can you feel the stress in the target areas of the hips and the spine? Can you notice where your mind is? Can you identify the emotion that your heart is feeling? Try not to judge. Just fully love and accept yourself now. Love who you are today. Do you focus or always dwell on what you need to fix about your body, about your life?
Why don't you give permission to assure yourself that there's nothing to fix? You are a great person. You have a great body. What's important is that you feel good. Stop comparing yourself with others. Sometimes this is the reason why we feel inadequate. We want to look a certain way. Why don't we focus on how our body parts are functioning well? How our organs, our systems are all collaborating and working to keep us alive and well. Take an inhale. We'll slowly walk the hands closer to us to prop ourselves up. And then we will place our hands behind us. We will lean back. Just allow this release for the spine. Sometimes, if it's not that comparison with others that makes us feel inadequate, it's these expectations that we are assuming other people have of us. It's good to hold ourselves with high standards. It's good to have those aspirations, those ambitions. But then there's also that balance of giving ourselves credit, acknowledging when we have already given our best. Slowly lean on the right thigh as we gently extend that right leg. So don't feel compelled to keep that right leg straight. If you need to bend it or maybe place a blanket or a pillow under that right knee, it's perfectly fine. We will fold forward again with the intent of stretching the tissues of the whole back of our legs and spine. Just allow yourself to fold forward. And then just rest your head on your left knee or maybe a prop on top of your legs. It doesn't really matter how the props look exactly. What's important is that you feel support where you need it. So some would like that support in between the belly and the thighs, and then they rest their forehead on the left knee, or maybe place their arms in between the forehead and the left knee. Some would need a block or two and just rest their forehead on that block. Again, we don't have to look a certain way. What's important is that we feel good and that we're able to give our body the benefits of this shape, that full back stretch, the lengthening of the tissues, the softening, the relaxing. This practice is like having a massage. wherein we are the therapist and we also are the receiver. Just try to relax. In Yin Yoga, we try to find our edge. And then we try to be still while in our edge. And then we wait for time, usually between 2 to 5 minutes. Depends on the intent. Our bodies are all unique. We all have different needs. Feel free to pause the video if you want to spend more time in any of the poses. Feel free to mute. Feel free to just be yourself and use these videos in the manner that serves you, that helps you, that makes you feel good and makes you feel better. Take an inhale and slowly walk the hands closer to you. And then we'll place our hands behind us. We'll just rest here for a bit. When you're ready, can you try to help your left foot? Place that left foot on the inner right thigh. Place the right hand on top of the left knee and the left hand behind you. You will come into a gentle twist, gazing towards the left shoulder. And just relax here. Just breathe. Try to relax. Try to elongate the spine. Try to minimize any muscular engagement. There's no energy of doing. Just surrender. You don't need to really push your body using that right hand, that right arm. That right hand is just there to rest on top of that left knee. Just relax and stay still. So that the deeper parts of your body can be strengthened, such as your bones, your cartilage, your ligaments, and fascia. So keep the right hand on top of the left knee. We'll slowly lift the left arm up and try to point that left hand towards the right leg. And if this is too much for the left shoulder, you can place your left hand behind the left ear. Another option can be to place the left arm behind you. So wherever it feels good, again, this is your practice. Honor your body. But if it's available to you, you can try to see if your left fingers can reach for the right toes. And notice the nice stretch on the whole left side of your body. Just relax. Just notice. Just be here. On your next breath, can you lift your left arm up? Place that left hand on the mat beside you. And then gently we will make our way to lie down on our back. This time, vertebrae by vertebrae. We'll lie down. We'll rest our spine, our shoulders, our head. Place the arms beside you, the palms are facing up. We will just rest here for a few moments. Feel the release. Feel the good energy from within. Can you please bend your knees? Bring the knees closer to the chest. Hug the knees to the chest. Can you please place your arms out to the sides like a letter T, and then gently allow the knees to come down on the right side. We will come into a reclined twist. You can gaze towards the ceiling or towards the left shoulder. You can support your legs and your knees with as many props as you need. Feel the heaviness of your body. Feel the space and the softness. Can you observe your mind? What thoughts do you see as you watch the mind? What feelings are being felt? Slowly bring the arms beside you, and then we'll gently bring the knees back to center. We will hug the knees to our chest.
We're going to allow the knees to come down on the left side. You can transfer your props to the left side. You can support your knees, your legs with as many props under the legs, in between the legs, maybe even on top of the legs. Arms are out on the sides like a letter T. Your gaze is towards the ceiling or towards the right shoulder. It's good to take this time to just be yourself. When you just be yourself, you point your life towards that direction of you becoming your best self. When we are ourselves, we can be truly happy. When we are ourselves, we can pursue what we authentically want, our innermost desires. We can bring out the real us. And this requires so much grounding, so much reconnecting, because many times we tend to get lost with everything we watch, everything we read, all the comparisons and expectations. We forget our inner calling, our inner yearning, our inner mission in life. Slowly bring the arms beside you. We'll gently try to extend our legs with our feet as wide as the mat. Our arms are beside us. Our palms are facing up. Please take rest while in awareness in your Savasana. Slowly bring awareness back into your body. Slowly introduce movements to your fingers and toes. Gently rotate your ankles and wrists. And can you move your head from side to side? Can you bring your arms up overhead, bring the legs together, point the toes. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Can you bend your knees? Allow the knees to come down on the left side. Come into a fetal position. Allow your spine to round. And when you're ready, can you use your right hand? Slowly push your body to come up. Come into a cross-legged seated position. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. The light in me bows down to the light in you. I wish you an abundance of health, wealth, happiness, peace, love, joy, all the good things to flow into your hearts, into your lives, and into your homes. Please stay safe. Please stay strong. Namaste.